Honestly, I could play that over and over. I could read the headlines over and over. Sarah Palin on the cusp of returning to government and relevance runs up against a big brick wall of people not liking her or respecting her or wanting her to be around. Take a look at this. It's the results of Alaska's special election, which happened last night. And Sarah Palin, in her attempt to enter the House, has failed, being defeated by Mary Peltola. That was a major upset for a variety of reasons. So first of all, it's because Alaska voted for Trump by 10 points in 2020. Also, because Mary Peltola will be the first Native Alaskan ever elected to Congress. In fact, you can see a photo of Mary right here. So all that is historic. Also, the first Democrat to represent the seat in nearly half a century. Republican Don Young held it from 1973 until, well, I guess, right now-ish. And so Sarah Palin didn't just lose. Sarah Palin finally accomplished what she's always wanted, to make political history by being so despised by the people of Alaska that they allowed a Democrat to take over. That is amazing, Ben, but what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I guess the people of Alaska are sending a strong message. They were okay with her about a decade or two ago being in charge of stuff involving fish, wildlife. That's about it. When it comes to actual legislation that will be setting the future of the country, I thought it was maybe a little bit above her pay grade.
Exactly, yeah. The fish is okay, maybe cutting checks back to the people from that oil sovereignty fund. But actually going and individually representing the state in Congress, that would just be embarrassing. Even in a time of Marjorie Greene and Lauren Boebert, there is a line that must be drawn.
Yes, that's the most incredible part. They literally said, look, Sarah, we're looking out for you. We just want you to be able to still be in Alaska so you can always be helicoptering over and shooting moose and whatnot. And it also just speaks so hilariously to Sarah Palin as a person, how much she jumped the shark so long ago, that she used to be the governor of a state and then just basically became a trash talker and a fire starter for so long, and kind of the impetus of what started all of these like know nothings in their brains, being able to come to power without truth, without any sense of knowing what you're talking about in any regard. And she sees, like you said, Marjorie Taylor Greene and Lauren Boebert, or Lauren Yogurt, as I like to call her, Gogurt, coming to power. And she thinks, oh, finally it's time for me. Finally, there's a group in Congress now. I always thought Congress was a little too fancy for me. That's why I ran for vice president, because you don't have to do anything. But Congress, you got to actually read stuff. But now apparently you don't. You can just throw fire bombs. And that's when she threw her hat into the ring, when literally the bar became so low that she was qualified for Congress and couldn't even cross her own bar.
100%, yeah. Well, it's a good result. Peltola, by the way, also campaigned in a way that I think can give people a little bit of hope for the midterms. Campaigning on her support for abortion rights, obviously that's been really big, understandably so. Climate action, organized labor as well, and also tried to be a little bit less divisive in her tone than Sarah Palin. That's not difficult to do, but yeah, this continues a long streak of Democrats outperforming in these special elections. That is certainly good news. Interestingly, I was looking for some sort of comment coming out of this from Sarah Palin, but at least as of when I was producing this block, Sarah Palin hadn't tweeted anything since August 26th. I saw some sign that she might dispute the results of the election. I haven't seen that confirmed yet, so I don't want to tar her with that yet, but it's believable. But anyway, yeah, good news. I mean, look, we're just looking for any reason to feel a little bit of positivity towards our country right now, and rejecting Sarah Palin, I think, is one good cause for that.
Yes, and the fact that Peltola said at the end of her statement that she thinks respect is a fundamental part of working through things and getting it done. Every Republican heard that and they were like, I'm sorry, I don't understand. What does that exactly mean? And I pray she does not dispute the election. I'm so glad when Madison Cawthorn lost, he didn't dispute the election. That trend has to stop, and if it continues, obviously our democracy is going to be beyond repair very soon if we don't figure a way to nip that in the butt as soon as possible. But the hypocrisy from these Republicans when it comes to election integrity and actually respecting results is just so funny. Like, take that Charlie Kirk clip that you played, and he even went off more about that in the full clip, but he says, oh, these unelected the unelected branch of government, the fourth state, these bureaucrats that we don't know who they are or where they came from. If you're so against unelected people, you have to be for elections. You have to believe in elections. If you're not going to respect the results of elections, then your favorite thing should be bureaucrats that came out of nowhere that are unelected. You can't have both. You can't literally say we only trust people who are elected unless they don't win, in which case we're putting them in anyway.
Exactly, yeah. A bit of a gap there. For more political news breakdowns, interviews, stories of activism, and me trying my hardest to care about the occasional big celebrity news story, subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/The Damage Report. And you can ring the bell wherever it is so you don't miss anything.